Welcome back to our channel, Hume's Little Homestead. I'm Katie, my husband is Ryan, and we are growing our family and building our little homestead. Today I am finishing collecting eggs for hatching, and we will be setting the eggs. So right now I'm going to go check and see if there's any eggs. We just need 4 more to have a full incubator, so I'm hoping that they laid 4 eggs this morning. If not, I'm sure they'll lay them while we're at church. We've been averaging about 6 eggs a day. What I'm going to do this morning with the eggs that have been in our cooler at 55 degrees, I'm going to bring them up to room temperature while we're at church. And I had this idea last night to use one of the egg drawers out of my 2 egg drawer thing that goes in the fridge. So it holds, I think it only has 30. For some reason I thought it held 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Anyway, there's some eggs that are on top of each other, and I think if I just pull that cardboard out and put the eggs that have been on top of each other in this, they will be safer than if I just leave them in the cardboard kind of toppling around. So I'm going to get those eggs out now, bring them up to room temperature. They'll be getting to room temperature the whole time we're at church, and then I will collect any eggs that have been laid by the chickens, and then we will set the eggs in the incubator and start their incubation time. So we're starting on May 2nd for the chickens for sure. I didn't want to go longer than a week of collecting eggs, and today marks 7 days, 1 whole week. I was thinking about storing them on top of the cooler, and then I thought there's more chance that they might fall off. So I'm going to lay them on the floor. Nobody comes in this room, or is supposed to come in this room, and I keep the door closed so that the cat cannot get in this room as well. So they should be safe on the floor in this room. New plan. I was feeling really nervous about the eggs being in that room because it gets really warm and I don't want them to get deformed or anything. So I'm bringing them up to room temperature in my bedroom. It is a little bit cooler in this room. They're still pretty cool to touch from being in the cooler. That was at about 55 degrees. This one is obviously warm. And I am getting really excited to incubate these eggs.
putting eggs in.
Haley wants to help me put the eggs in, so that's what we're doing. We just got back from church. There were 3 more eggs in the coop. This one's kind of a funny shape. I have 2 that are this shape. And we'll see if it hatches. It's a very long egg, but we'll see what happens. Sometimes you don't want to set eggs that are funny shaped. What we're going to do is we're going to put the freshest ones in first, and then if there's any extras at the end, like too many, then we won't incubate the ones that there's less of. I mean, the ones that are the oldest, we will. That's why we're putting the freshest ones in first. Does that make sense? Alright, so we got all the eggs in there. Nice and cozy. I'm going to open that up and show you. They're all so pretty. That little one right there looked like it was going to fall out, so I switched it from that side to right there. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to reset this. It was at day 8, but I just reset it, and it looked really cool, and I wanted to show you what it looked like. Let me see if this is giving me better light. Yeah. Okay. So you're going to hold this down to reset it so that it will be day 0, and watch what the eggs do. So cool, isn't it? I am not sure why the kids are screaming today. They are crazy. Anyway. Oh. I am also going to do what Slightly Rednecked channel advised to do. I'm going to put the estimated hatch date right here. I put a little more information on here since this is our little egg experiment. So this is chickens in this incubator. They should hatch in 21 days. I started them on May 2nd, 2021. Estimated hatch date is May 23rd. Stopped turning on May 20th, which is day 18. I want to try and keep the temperature at 37.5 degrees Celsius. It's not up there yet. It'll take a minute for your incubator to get up there. I want to keep the humidity between 55 and 60%. I began collecting eggs on April 25th. A few in there are older than that. I do have written on the egg, though, that I collected it before April 25th, and so I will be keeping track of if they hatch, if they have a poor hatch rate, if they're more than 7 days old. I set 56 eggs, and I hatched. I will leave that part blank. So this will be a really fun egg experiment. This is the same incubator I used last year with chicken eggs. These chicken eggs I did not collect as long, and I kept them in a 55 degrees Fahrenheit temperature for the 7 days. I kept them in between 55 and 60 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm sorry, I do not know the Celsius for that. I can look it up really fast though. Really quick, I converted that Fahrenheit to Celsius. It is 12.7 degrees Celsius. So in between 12 and 13, well, I did it in, so in between 12, doing quick math in my head here, in between 12 and 17 degrees Celsius is what I kept the eggs at. Now they are incubating at 37.5 degrees Celsius. The quail eggs, I'm going to keep track with Fahrenheit. I have been reading that quail eggs like to be at 100 degrees Fahrenheit, which that is different than chickens. Chickens like to be at 99.5 degrees Fahrenheit. Sorry if this is a lot of numbers just throwing at you, but I'm just going to say it really quick for anyone out there who's nerdy and wants to know these little details. So I've been reading that quail like to be at 100 degrees Fahrenheit to hatch. Chime in if you disagree or agree. I would love to hear your information on that in the comments. I'm going to go ahead and do them at 100 degrees Fahrenheit. They should be shipping on Tuesday. I'm so excited and just waiting for that email. And I actually commented on the Alchemist YouTube channel. I was like, I'm so excited for my eggs to get here. And they're like, yay, tag us on Instagram when they come. So I totally will. I'm really excited. And I've been loving all of the videos they've been putting up on YouTube and all of the advice they're putting on Instagram. Their eggs are so beautiful, you guys. I've never seen such colorful, vibrant eggs. So I'm excited to see what these quail eggs look like when they get here. That is Alchemist Farm in California. I'm not exactly sure where in California, but it's in California. And that is one of the reasons I picked them, because they are closer to me than some of the other quail hatcheries. Arizona and California, only 2 states away. I felt like that was the best I could do with shipping. I didn't want them shipping from, you know, all the way in, where were some of the other hatcheries at that I looked at? Missouri. There was a hatchery in Missouri. But that's just really far from Arizona, and I just want them to get here as quickly and safely as possible. So anyway, that does it for this video. We started the chicken eggs. I'm super excited that things should be happening this week with, well, you know, starting them. So wanted to show that with you, share that with you. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon with more updates on the eggs. Oh, that's what I was going to say. I also read that they like a lower humidity, but I think I'm going to go ahead and keep my humidity at 55% in this incubator for the quail. Same with the chickens, because last year I did a dry hatch, and because I'm in Arizona, it is crazy dry here. It does not rain. Like, we got 2 rainstorms last week, or I think it was 2 weeks ago, and I was like so excited because we hardly ever see rain. So it's not very humid where I live. So I don't think a dry hatch is good where I live, because I've tried it a couple times now and had low hatch rates. So I am going to keep for my area and my altitude and everything. I live in a very high altitude, which might also affect hatching. I don't know. There's a lot of things we have to think of. But I'm going to keep my humidity, and I'm going to keep filling up with warm water. I'm not going to put cold water in the incubator, but I'll fill up with warm water with my turkey baster, and that temperature is just trying to get up there, and it's telling me it's not quite there. It's at 35.1 degrees Celsius. So anyway, don't be alarmed. It takes a while for your eggs to get up to temperature. That was the other thing I was going to say. But yeah, since I'm in Arizona, I'm going to go ahead and keep my eggs humid. I'm going to keep my incubators with water in the water wells, because I've just had poor luck with dry hatches. Other people in other parts of this country and the world can do a dry hatch. Like if you're in the tropics and it's nice and humid where you live, you probably have 50% humidity just in your air. But I'm pretty sure our humidity is like 0% humidity. So yeah, unless it rains, but it doesn't really rain. And when it does rain, it dries in like 5 seconds. Like you can literally see the rain hitting the ground and just go and like disintegrate into the ground. I'm not even kidding. Unless it's monsoon season, which is in July, which we actually only had 1 rainstorm this past July. It was sad. And I'm thinking there might be a lot of forest fires this year because of it. But anyway, monsoon season, it floods because the land is just so used to being dry that it's just like can't absorb all that water because it, but I don't know. It's pretty cool. I love where I live. It's just different than if I lived in a humid state. So I'm not going to do a dry hatch. I'm going to do a humid hatch. All right. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I know I've said this a couple times now. You want to say something?
You should try an experiment that in one of them you do a dry hatch and one of them you do a wet hatch.
I've already done dry hatches in a low, and I got low hatch rate, so I'm doing a wet hatch for both of them. Maybe next time, if we get quail and if they keep producing, we can try more experiments. But good idea, Kaden. That was a good idea you had. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me today, with us. My kids were in the video a little bit, and I hope you're having a lovely day. If you're liking these videos, please like and subscribe. Really, we're so excited to be on this journey with you guys. It has been so fun sharing. We've been doing this a little over a month, and it has been so fun sharing the tips and the knowledge that I have and getting more knowledge and being able to connect with people who are going through some of the same stages of life as me and the same things as me right now, and it's been really, really cool. And I've had a lot of tips and advice, and I'm so grateful for your tips and advice. And yeah, so thanks for watching. Bye.
You sort of sound like learning numbers.
One more thing. I forgot to update you guys on the cooking challenge I'm doing today. I'm actually not cooking, but we're not eating out. Never fear. On Sundays, we always go over to my parents, and my parents are really gracious to let us come over and crash their party on Sundays. We have Sunday dinner with my mom and dad and my brother and his lovely wife, Trikel. So, I guess I could tell you my brother's name, Caleb and Trikel. So I'm not cooking today, but I'm also not eating out. Or our whole family's not eating out. We are eating at my mom's house and my mom and dad's house. What did you guys have for breakfast? I fasted. It was Fast Sunday, and the boys actually fasted with me too. They don't fast very often. It's their choice.
And guess what?
What?
We had brownies for breakfast.
Anyway, I fasted, and when we got home, they all ate brownies. The girls had toast and fruit for breakfast. So we still haven't eaten out. I've been updating you on the meals that we're eating, and I'll break my fast when I get to my mom's. All right. Bye.